Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey. Hi. Good morning, everyone. I'm here. I know y'all like, where is Camille? She's here. Okay, she's here. Me, she, her. Okay. All right, let's get it. Let me stop. I'm feeling a little petty this morning, so y'all already know how this damn show is gonna be. Y'all already know. Ain't gonna be nothing corporate about this show today, honey. I don't know why I woke up feeling petty, extra petty. So it's on and popping. All right, how y'all doing? Good morning. Let's go ahead and speak to everyone. Let's speak to everybody. Y'all woke? Are y'all woke this morning? Are y'all woke? I see y'all speaking. Good morning. Hey, Rose. Rose is first. Come on, Rose. Yes, Rose. All right, Rose is first. Good morning, Rose. My mom. Good morning. Good morning. Sunny Days is here. Cheryl H. Tuff is in the building. Good morning, Sunny Days. Good morning, Teresa Williams. Good morning, Sheila Washington. Good morning, Sweet Essence, my other mom. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Who else? Who else? Let's keep scrolling, honey. Cheryl Williams. Good morning. Who else? Yvette Bell. I see you, Yvette. Hey, Yvette is letting them know. Hit the doggone like now. Yvette. Okay, she my ghost mod. All right, Delilah T. Good morning. Good morning. Deborah Johnson. Good morning. Wanda Coxshell. Good morning, Felicia. Good morning, Shirley Terry. Good morning, Carla Johnson. Good morning. Darlene Mungum. Good morning, Edna Horton. Good morning, Tanya Harris. Good morning. Good morning, Mrs. Washington. Good morning. My other mod KBR is in the building. Top flight. All right, let's go. Brown Eyes, good morning. Kim Naughton, good morning. Good morning, Lisa's World. Good morning. God blesses. Yes, honey, 23. You better let them know. Simple Mom Family TV, that's a content creator. You guys check her out. Hey, love her down. Kim Jones, good morning. Deborah Banks, good morning. Tanasha Harris, good morning. Darlene Mungum again, good morning. The one, let them know this one. All right, right here. D Nice, good morning. Angela, good morning. Purple Unicorn is in the building. Hey, that's another content creator. Check her out. All right. Vera Dockery, good morning, ma'am. Good morning. Good morning. I see Faith in the building. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning. All right, let's jump on in because we got a good show for you guys. Okay, we got a good show. I'm not fooling with any of y'all this morning. I'm not even looking at the chat because y'all are doing the most. I can't. All right, everything said in the video is alleged, honey, and is in my opinion. Mine, me, Camerel, the shenanigator. All right, me. Let's get into it. All right, that's me, honey. I'm the shenanigator. We get shit started in here. All right, let's get into it. All right, so politics. Let's jump into it, honey. Politics. According to the Jasmine brand, ex-NYPD commissioner sues Mayor Eric Adams, honey, and alleges that police department operated like a criminal enterprise. Say, we ready, real? I'm here. What y'all think about that? Not a criminal enterprise, child. Always when a black man in office is criminal enterprises. But let's get into what they have to say. Now, Thomas Donlan, who briefly served under Adams, recently filed a civil racketeering lawsuit accusing the mayor and other top NYPD officials of operating the department as a criminal enterprise. Now, in the suit, Donlan alleges that officials forged documents, obstructed investigations, and handed out promotions and perks to loyalists, all while punishing whistleblowers and critics. All right, so everybody that went along with their bullshit, they got promoted, and everybody did not, out the door. Now, according to the lawsuit, their alleged misconduct led to a massive unlawful transfer of public wealth through unearned salary increases, overtime, and pension boosts. Now, the lawsuit is not personal grievance, says it. Donlan says in a statement. Now, it is a statement against the corrupt system that betrays the public silences truth and punishes integrity. Ooh, child. Now, it says that his lawsuit follows a similar one filed last week by 4 other former NYPD officials accusing the Adams administrations of bribery and widespread misconduct. So he might be finding himself in a good old lawsuit. All right. Y'all know he is a Trump supporter. Yes, he is. So, child, if he gets locked up, I'm pretty sure Trump will pardon him, and his bald-headed illegal acting ass will be out on the streets again to be on the bullshit another day. That's what it gives. Okay, that's exactly what it gives. So yes, honey, they are cracking down. This is not the first lawsuit though against Eric Adams, but he definitely wiggled up out of that, being that he jumped on over there and became this Trump supporter and had Trump all up and through his mouth. hopefully not in his mouth that way. But yeah, so he got out of that bullshit. So he is out here, child, getting sued for corruption. All right, so we're gonna see how that pan out, and however it pans out, we of course will always what spin the block. Let's get into it. All right. All right, so moving on, got an update in this Diddy case, and it also is attached to Epstein. I told you all of these people I feel are connected in some type of way, including Trump, even though he is trying to say, oh, there's no Epstein list. Bitch, it is a list because your ass is on it. You don't want the list to be out because you don't want people like, we knew it. We knew it. Now they're trying to say, oh, we're not going to release this Epstein list, because it's, highly private or whatever they were trying to say about it. And now all of a sudden ain't no damn list. So how the fuck are y'all writing up all these documents and going through all these votes and stuff not to release this imaginary list? Weird, right? Weird. So Maureen Comey, let me go ahead and share with you guys. Okay, Maureen Comey. Let's get into her. Because it sounds like some snaky-ish that happened in this situation here. And I got my eyes on y'all. Nugga. This some nigga shit right here. That means ignorant as hell. Now, Maureen Comey, the Epstein prosecutor and daughter of former FBI director, is fired from DOJ. Okay. Now, according to what Baller Alert is announcing here, it says that Maureen Comey, the daughter of former FBI director James Comey, and a key prosecutor in the Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell cases, have been fired from her senior role in the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York. Why is that? Who just had a case in the Southern District of New York? Diddy, ain't it? Mm-hmm. Let's continue, though. Let's continue because this sounds a little sus. Now, a DOJ official confirmed the news Wednesday, though the department has yet to provide a public explanation for her termination. Of course, they're not, because they're trying to come up with a lie. Now, Comey was serving as a senior trial counsel in SDNY, Southern District, New York, okay? One of the most high-profile offices in the country. Now, while details around her firing remain unclear, far-right political activist and Trump loyalist Laura Loomer wasted no time claiming credit. Now, Loomer tweeted that the move came 2 months after she publicly pressured Attorney General Pam Bondi to remove Comey, labeling her as a biased figure, due to her father's legacy and Trump's criticism. Y'all keep hearing these names coming together. Trump. Mm-hmm. Now, Loomer also dragged Comey's husband, Lucas Isachoff, if that's how you say his name, into the mix. Now, says that he reportedly still works at the DOJ in the civil division, though Loomer suggested that he should be next on the chopping block, calling him a Trump hater. So anybody that ain't with the program, their ass got to go. They done got rid of the wife. Now they're trying to find a reason to get rid of his ass. Now, Maureen Comey was a part of the legal team that was helping bring down Jeffrey Epstein's inner circle, including Ghislaine Maxwell, okay, who was sentenced for sex trafficking minors. Now, her dismissal comes at a time when Trump stated that the Epstein files are a Democratic hoax, all right? Now they're trying to say that it's a hoax. There's no list, none of this other stuff, but I call bullshit in this, okay? And I had something else that I wanted to connect to that. And why I didn't put it up there, I don't know. Give me 1 second. Because this person's name is also, I saw, connected to Diddy in his case too. And I found it to be very sus because right before Diddy even finished his trial, they were already talking about, will Trump pardon him and all this? And Trump was like, I don't know. I mean, he said some nasty things about me. Like he don't know Diddy. Nigga, you hung out with Diddy. Like, stop the bullshit, okay? Give me 1 second. Let me see, did I save this? Because, child, I said, I know damn well. I know good and damn well in here. Hold on. Yeah, old Trump said it. He said the Jeffrey Epstein files were made up by Obama and the Biden administration. That's what Trump had to say. Let me go ahead and let y'all know that. Trump says that the Epstein list and/or files were made up by Obama and the Biden administration. Do y'all believe that bullshit? Do y'all believe that bullshit? All right, so let me stop sharing because now I want to find while I'm on this, because I saw something related to Diddy in this case. Hold on. Because they ain't about to play in my damn face. These lying son of my bitches. Hold on. Yeah. Get your ass up here. All right, I told y'all this lady's name is also linked to Diddy. Let's get into it. I know I saw it. My mind don't never steer me wrong, honey. Shout out to the 136 watching. Hopefully everyone tapped on that like for me. All right. I appreciate you all in advance. Let's get into this, honey. Now, the same person we just got through talking about, this Comey woman. All right. Let's get into her. Justice Department reportedly fires Maureen Comey, prosecutor involved in Diddy and Ghislaine Maxwell cases. What's the connection here? Let's see. Now, Maureen Comey, the federal prosecutor who recently led the case against Sean Diddy Combs, has been fired from the U.S. Attorney's Office in New York, according to multiple sources. Neither the DOJ nor the U.S. Attorney offices have commented on the surprise move, but the internet is already asking questions. Yes, we are. Like, how did Diddy get off on getting only charged with the Mann Act prostituting for Jane Doe and Cassie, and did not get racketeering and trafficking when we all know that he was doing so? And this woman right here, from what I was reading up, was trying to do her fucking job. So they want her all the way out the way so she can't spin the block and be like, okay, there was some bullshit in here, because they trying to get Diddy out. Diddy, I feel like, is an inside informant in this whole setup. I feel like they ran his ass through the ringer and they put him through this whole entire case for him to give up other people that they want besides him. They don't really want him, because Diddy, when you put him in a sticky situation, he's going to try to use his money to get out, but they know jail and or prison is not somewhere where he can stay and kind of, grow and flourish and be. So they going to put him in a sticky situation where the nigga going to talk. And I feel like they scared his ass with these RICO and trafficking charges, saying that his ass was going to be getting life, 10, 20, 30, 40, 70 years or whatever in prison, so that he can rat out the bigger ones, because he is connected to the higher powers that be in Hollywood that's running all this bullshit. Diddy didn't do this by himself. You don't think this case between Diddy and all these other people involved was a RICO? You crazy. This whole shit is a setup. I'm looking at this shit like, anybody with a brain, I mean, you ain't got to go swing by the fucking wizard to understand that this is a setup. This white lady right here trying to do her job. She worked in the same type of case with Epstein. And I find it very weird that Epstein ass ain't here no more. Y'all look at the connection here. Because his trial was approaching. His trial was coming up. And I find it weird that out of all the things that he could have done while he was in prison, they found him unalived. And that was still suspect as well when they announced it and how they said he passed away in prison. The industry is full of trafficking and illegal movement of children, I hear, and women and men as well. Trafficking, prostitution, what's all these other things? Sacrificial bullshit, Satanists and all that shit behind the scenes. All that stuff is hidden behind like a Hollywood wall. Not a literal wall, but if you guys feel me, you understand what I'm saying. So certain people that penetrate that wall and try to expose the powers that be behind said wall, you got to get the fuck out of here, because you're not getting ready to mess up $1 billion empire. You don't think that children from other countries are being trafficked into the United States for money? You don't think that? You don't think that? You know how much money they make in trafficking? Do you know how much money is made in trafficking? A lot of these billionaires didn't just become billionaires because they are connected to oil or legit businesses. Diddy learn from somebody what he's been doing? Oh, yeah. He learned from somebody in the industry what he was doing to Cassie, Jane Doe, and every other woman that came through his camp. And if you keep looking at how this shit is set up, because it happened the same exact way with the R. Kelly case, where he tried to mask the trafficking with, I just have a lot of girlfriends. Diddy, the same fucking way. I watched this case and I compared the two. I said, there's something fishy going on here. Hollywood's elites are trying to hide some illegal activity. The feds know about it, but they got to prove who is really in charge. It's not Diddy. He works for somebody. And what the feds did was put him in a sticky situation so his ass can talk. That's why they kicked his fucking door in. That's why it was on the news. That's why all of these things have come out. That's why they did what they did with all these damn, surviving Diddy, surviving R. Kelly. They tell you just enough to get you thinking. And 65% of what they tell you is to lead you off the beaten path, because they don't want the person that's really behind that shit. Notice all the people that cooperated, most of which didn't even testify in this Diddy trial, who should have been on the stand. Christina Corium, your ass should have been up there because you were Diddy's right-hand woman, just like Ghislaine Maxwell was to Epstein. So there was a list there, and there's a motherfucking list here. But they're going to hide that because the people that are on said list should not have been. So when we hear people like Trump say, oh, that shit was set up by Biden and the Obama administration, that is to lead you off the path. Everybody watching this, we can see what's going on here. Okay. Oh, yeah. We can absolutely see it. This woman here, they want her out of the way because she is ready to tell the real truth and nothing but the fucking truth. So help her God. And her husband is also connected to this situation, not in a bad way, but they got to figure out how they can get rid of him legally without them getting a lawsuit, because unlawful termination, you can get a lot of money from that. Mess around and get fired unlawfully. Y'all better be woke. Let me get up off this, honey. Y'all better be woke. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I do not see this as a haphazard event that Diddy walked away with just prostitution and he might be getting out early, is what they're saying. I hope the judge gives him the fullest extent of his punishment, because he's worth more on the streets than he is locked up. He's working for the higher ups. They need their employee back on the streets. That's what it is. We're going to get off it though. But I wanted to prove to you guys that this woman was definitely connected to this. It's all connected. It's a Hollywood situation here. And if anybody don't understand that shit, I don't know what to tell you. We need a jam session. Let's go and knock it out. Let's go and knock it out. Jam session. All right. I need everyone twerking to the like button. Okay. Let's everyone twerk on over to the like button. Let's get it and let's go. Hey. Tap the like, tap the like, tap the like. Everybody hit that like button. Don't tap the like. Let's get it. Tap that like button. Hey, let's get it. Go. Hey. The like. Hey. Got the like, Tap the like, tap the like. Come on out them bushes, tap that like, tap the like, tap the like, tap the like. tap, tap, tap. Ooh, tight tap. Hey, hey. Let's go. All right, let's get on back to the show. Let's get back to the show. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for everybody that tapped. For those of you that did not, please get out of my chat, okay? Get y'all are tripping. Why are you here if you're not gonna support? Like, why you here? Okay? Was y'all here just to get a jam session? Like what? Let me know. Let me know. I don't be in people chat that I don't like. I promise you. The least you can do is hit that like, honey. Hit the like to support the video if you're gonna be here. All right. Thank you, everyone that did. For those of you that did not, okay. Let's get into the show. All right, so we're still in politics. We got one more because one of my people, child, I love her down. We got to talk about her. Miss Jasmine Crockett is going off. We got to talk about her and let the people know what's going on because there's so much shit going on. But baby, when she get up here and get to going off, I love it. So let me get her up, honey. Now, we're not going to play it there. We got to play it another way because y'all know YouTube got some new rules and regulations. All right. We know it's regulations. I don't know nobody over there saying, Caramel don't know how to talk. Caramel over there mispronouncing stuff. Y'all get with it. Stop taking everything so literal. Some of y'all be so serious. I be like, Lord, can y'all loosen up? Everything I say is just not like a law or something. Damn. Y'all be killing me. Oh my God. Killing me softly. All right. Hold on. Yeah, if y'all can't hit the like, man, just go ahead and go. I mean, damn, it's just y'all doing the fucking most. All right, so let's see. They are. Why is that doing that? Give me a second, y'all. They are specifically deciding to splinter the. All right, so Jasmine Crockett, as you guys can see, explains how Trump's demand for Texas redistricting is directly targeting Black voters. Is that surprising? I think not. Now, said Representative Jasmine Crockett says that Texas Republicans backed by Trump are blatantly trying to dilute minority voices with their push to redraw the state's congressional map. Now, on Tuesday, Trump said that he wanted the Texas legislators to do simple redrawing of the map to give congressional Republicans who currently have a tight majority in the U.S. House of Representatives at least 5 additional seats. Okay. Now, said that during the press conference on Tuesday that with Democratic leadership and the Texas delegation, it said the U.S. Representative Jasmine Crockett, Democrat Texas, pointed out that all 4 of the districts targeted by the Trump administration are represented by Black and brown lawmakers. She says that I need people of color to understand that the scheme of Republicans has consistently been to make sure that they mute our voices so that they can go ahead and have an oversized say, according to what Jasmine Crockett had to say. Let's go ahead and listen, okay? Revolt News. Thank you. They are specifically deciding to splinter the communities of common interest, as well as just blatantly say, we are going to dilute minority voices. So we know that the courts, ever since we've had a Voting Rights Act, have always found this state to be intentionally discriminatory. That is what they are going to do. So I need people of color to understand that the scheme of the Republicans has consistently been to make sure that they mute our voices so that they can go ahead and have an oversized say in this. So I fully anticipate that's exactly where they're going with this map. It's the only way to do it. We didn't understand how we got to the map that they gave us last time because that state was grown by 95% people of color. They went out of their way to make sure that we got 0 new seats for people of color. They are specifically deciding to splinter the communities of common interest, as well as just blatantly say, we are going to dilute minority voices. So we know that the courts, ever since we've had a Voting Rights Act, have always found this state to be intentionally discriminatory. That is what they are going to do. So I need... Y'all hear that? This is starting to happen more and more with Trump being in office. It's like he is trying to do this to anybody that has a voice towards positivity and keeping what needs to be done and voting in the right direction of what needs to be done in each state. Okay, he's trying to do this to the Democrats. Put his hand over their mouth so they cannot speak and or have a voice. Okay, especially like that Jasmine Crockett said, these right here, the Browns. Okay, they don't want the Browns talking, because when the Browns get to talking, especially when they're Democrats, they don't like that shit. They don't really like them. They don't really like Jasmine Crockett because they know she's a straight shooter, and she's gonna always tell the damn truth, and she's gonna tell the behind the scenes shit that's going on. So they of course cannot quiet her down, and I like that. Anytime she get to going off, I'd be like, oh, we got to talk about that shit, because she gonna always put it out there. But Texas, it seems like Texas definitely needs some more voices out there. Prayers again to what's the boy's name? That's coming up for his trial. Y'all know his trial is coming up here, but they moved it to next year. Carmelo Anthony, of course, y'all know he lives out in Texas, and I'm hearing, honey, Texas got a lot of segregated areas out there where they don't feel like this young man will get a fair trial in this case. But we're gonna see what's going on here, because we definitely need some people moved around and out of certain areas so that things can flow the way it needs to. Okay, segregation is still at an all-time high. It is definitely at an all-time high. Okay, Texas is no exception to the rule. No more than Georgia or any other place that that you reside. So definitely use your voice in the right way, and do not allow a person to muzzle you when it comes to speaking out and speaking the truth, especially when it comes to our youth, laws and rules and regulations of our states. Okay, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. We gotta see some new faces. Let me go back. Country Slang, thanks for being here. I haven't seen your name here, so welcome. All right. Said it's always okay. All right, let's move along. I appreciate any newcomers dropping by. Welcome. Get rid of my main screen. Any newcomers dropping by? Well, look at me. Be quiet, real. All right, let's get it. All right, so scam alert. All right, you know it's always gonna be some damn scamming going on. Let's address it. Scam alert, honey. Scam alert. All right, FBI is issuing a warning. AI voice clone scam. They said be careful how you answer the phone. All right, social media. Thank you for that. Be careful how you answer the phone. It says don't say yes or no to unknown numbers. Okay, and let's go ahead and see why. There's a lot of AI going on. Hi, darling. Thanks for being here, love. There's a lot of AI going on, as you guys know. That's something that YouTube also is cutting out on their platform. If you guys have heard by now that their new rules and regulations, they're getting ready to start weeding out AI generated platforms, because you really don't know who the fuck is behind it and what's going on. Plus, as you know, TD Snakes tried to say 44,000 or 4,400, or I think it said 44,000 bots or whatever through AI. AI bots were on the attack with him as related to some defamatory things about him. But let's get into what it's saying right here. They're saying that scammers are now using AI voice cloning to impersonate real people. And the FBI says that it's getting very dangerous. All right. Okay. So it says that in a recent wave of attempted attacks, someone used AI to clone the voice of U.S. Senator Marco Rubio and sent fake voice messages to foreign ministers, a sitting governor, and another senator. And I said that the scammer didn't call directly. They use Signal and other messaging apps to drop a familiar sounding voice memo or text, hoping that no one would question it. Y'all, hey, stay up on them AI. Now, I said that it only takes 10 to 20 seconds of online audio to clone your voice. Now, y'all hear that? We've got some pros out there that's taking voices and using them to clone and do illegal activities. All right. Now, I said that the FBI is urging Americans to never trust voice messages alone. Call back using a verified number. It says that avoid saying yes or no to unknown callers. Your voice could be recorded and reused. Okay. Use secret safe words with family to help verify calls in emergencies. Okay, this is going to help you. Said that these scams haven't worked yet, but experts say that it's only a matter of time before they hit someone in a vulnerable moment. Okay, so they said that it's not sci-fi anymore, that if someone calls your spouse, parent, or kid using a perfect version of your voice, how fast could they send money or personal info? Okay, that's deep. Now, I said that this tech is scary, says it, and most people aren't ready for it. This says in SoCal, where fraud and identity theft already runs high, say that this is a new frontline threat. So it says to talk to your family, set up code words, and if someone calls asking for money, hang up and call them back yourself. Now, I'm not trying to call nobody back. Any number that I have come across my phone, I don't recognize it, I don't answer anyway. So probably not going to speak to me anyway. If I don't recognize your number, and then you're going to probably be blocked. Any numbers that I don't recognize, I block. Because what the fuck are you calling me for? All right. I'm busy. I don't have time for the mess. Okay. I don't have time for the mess. I do not. So definitely be careful when you're answering these phones, because a lot of people out here on the scam, you don't want someone to replicate your voice and have you in some bullshit you don't even know about. Okay, so we always like to do awareness on this channel, and this is definitely one. All right, so definitely beware. Okay, SoCal Mena, thanks you so much for that awareness. Okay, has anyone ever been scammed by AI? Anyone ever been scammed by AI? All right, be careful, because it's a real thing. It is a real thing. All right, it's a real thing. Do not be giving out any information over the phone. If they're asking, they get on the phone with you and ask you a series of questions, and you don't know what it's really about, because some of them will fast talk you, and especially for the elderly. For the elderly, you get on the phone, and sometimes they'll trick you into answering certain questions that maybe you should not, maybe to verify information that they're trying to connect to you so that they can scam you later on down the line. Don't answer any questions, none. If you don't know who the fuck it is and why they're calling you, hang up and block that number so that they cannot call you back. I'm not calling nobody back asking them shit. So that number you just called me about 5 minutes ago, so what was that about? Bitch, no, never. I'm not calling you back. I'm blocking. All right. Now, somebody who probably should have blocked, did not, but the girls are still fighting. We got to spin the block, because I told you guys yesterday I'm waiting for SZA to respond to Nicki Minaj, and she has. All right, she's responded. So I was like, oh, she ain't no punk. All right, I just don't have the energy to be going back and forth with somebody. Like Nicki say something, then she say something, then Nicki say something, then Nicki say something, and then Nicki say something, and then SZA say something. Nicki been on demon time. For the last day or so, Nicki's been on demon time when it comes to SZA. I mean, I really want them to hug this shit out, or just go your separate ways and let it go, because I'm kind of over it. According to the Jasmine brand, honey, as you guys know, let's go ahead and get you guys caught up now. On Twitter, SZA and Nicki Minaj have been fighting for the last few days, okay? Just over random bullshit. Nicki yesterday released text messages, old text messages to be exact, that she saved, where SZA was talking real greasy about Ciara, about Rihanna, and about Beyonce, okay? She was saying Beyonce is out here bleaching, trying to look like Madonna. She was saying that Ciara and Rihanna be off key and they can't sing real good, okay? So Nicki decided, oh, really? She probably laughed during the time that they were talking about the shit, but you know how petty people will save shit for later on, so when you fall out, they can use that shit against you, and that's what Nicki did, okay? I didn't like that. That was some fuck shit that you did. But anyway, I say that SZA, honey, responded to Nicki Minaj after the rapper's recent tirade. Says that, Nicki, you absolutely know my music and what I contribute, cause you've asked for features twice to no response. Meaning you reached out to me asking me, can you work with me, or can I be featured on, can you be featured on some of my stuff? Because you've been seeing me get all these awards and ain't nobody calling your ass on stage here lately. Get into that shit, all right? Because y'all know Nicki has been looked over, stepped over when it comes to the awards here lately. She ain't been getting a lot of awards, but SZA been racking up. Her music is litty. Not saying that Nicki ain't, but they just not feeling Nicki like that, like they feeling SZA. SZA's that girl. She's writing hits now, okay? Even though she be talking about unaliving her boyfriends and whatnot, her music still be that, okay? Now, she continues, says, in addition to rapping my lyrics on Feeling Myself, says that cooking up the bass, looking like Kilo, I don't know who that is, says, LOL, you having a moment. I'm not sure why, but be blessed, girl. Says the SZA also included a screenshot that appears to show Nicki reaching out to her team asking for a collaboration. So is it because SZA turned down your collaboration? Is this why you're now digging up old text messages trying to make her look a certain type of way and stirring up beef with other people and ladies in the industry because you mad that you didn't get to be on a feature knowing that you would get an award if you did something with SZA? Because that's what she's doing nowadays. She really is. SZA, that girl right now. Okay, so it says that this comes after Nicki took aim at SZA's manager, Punch, and when SZA made a post referencing Mercury retrograde, Nicki followed up with, "If every song that you've ever done vanished right now, the music business wouldn't even miss you." And that's not true. Meaning that if your songs went off the radio right now, ain't nobody gonna be like, "Girl, so what happened to SZA?" Girl, no, we like SZA. So, Nicki, we cannot absolutely say 100% that we agree with you on that. So, no, okay? No. So, according to what SZA is saying, because she is clapping back, saying, "Nicki, look, you all up my ass, girl. In the left, you were in the north, south, east, and west wing of my ass when you wanted that collaboration. But when me and my team said no, now all of a sudden you on demon time over there on Twitter with the Twitter fingers over there being a keyboard bully up and pulling old ass receipts because you in your feelings because you ain't gonna be at the BET Awards or any other damn awards and my ass gonna be there. And matter of fact, SZA won't even at the last awards and bitch still won one. BET Awards, she won't there. They accepted in her honor. So that's how you know that you out here doing the damn thing. What up, Chef Nana? Thanks for being here. All right, so now the text messages are released. Let's go ahead and read them because I'm nosy. So it says, "Hi, it's Nicki." Because y'all know that's how she talks, y'all. And SZA then says, "Minaj." What other Nicki do you know? Yeah, how are you, girl? What's going on? Okay, it's the Barb. Okay, I imagine that's how Nicki would be, just real extra. She said, "I'm good, money. You know what's popping." Okay. And congrats are in order. Okay. She said, "Oh, thank you. It's SZA. It's SZA recording right now." Said that got this hook. I think that she would be dope on. Okay. So see, you calling down into the studio, seeing if SZA is in the studio so you can work with her. So SZA's releasing these when Nicki's reaching out. Says, "Yeah, she's heavy into her album right now. Just send it, girl. We'll look at it and I have my people call your people. You know, that type of shit." Says, "Okay, I'll just send the hook first. Now, if she fuck with it, then I send the files to a certain email and give me a second. I'll go ahead and send it on over." So it sounded like you were real desperate, Nicki. Why you sending out messages? Oh, so that was like, okay, bet. So the song was called "Don't Do," because they sent the MP3. Okay, it looks like. So she sent it right over, child. She ain't wait. She's like, "Oh shit, I got it right here." So she sent it right on over, honey. All right. So Nicki Minaj had this to say. Let's go ahead and read it, child, because she was on, child. She wrote a whole novel. This is how you know a bitch is really pressed and or care when you write this much shit. Because usually I don't be reading it. I told y'all I read the first couple lines. When I see you on the bullshit, I be like, "Pure, throw that shit right on out the window." I'm not about to read all that shit. Like, what is this? This is not story time. A bitch got shit to do. But let's go. Says, wait. This is Nicki Minaj. Wait. Says, "Does SZA think that she's more successful than me?" Check. Says, "LOL, y'all catch me up, please." Now, SZA, if every song that you've ever done vanished right now, the music business wouldn't even miss you, girl. That's a lie. Says that I've been to countries that never heard of you. Says that I know that you're not that stupid, are you? Stadiums. Says that did you look at the venues that I played on my own headline festival tour out of the country last year? I'm sorry, but SZA is currently on tour with Kendrick Lamar, and he has done tours outside of the country and in. So why would they not know who SZA is? Because I saw him screaming real loud when she came on stage out of the country. Let's get back into it. Biatch, have you ever headlined up to 80K people? Have you ever been to the Super Bowl? Because yeah, SZA was at the Super Bowl this most recently too. I said that, Biatch, what have you done besides yodel with auto-tune that needed returning? Not auto-tune, girl. Says, boo, I'm an icon, girl, okay? And you're not. All right. Says the end. Oh, by the way, I had more to say. How the fuck you say the end in the middle and you still got a whole novel to write? Says that pay that man for almost breaking his bike. Why didn't you speak up when your execs was bullying and harassing me, you dirty mangy. Okay. Oh, not mangy, girl. These bodied numbers on all platforms have y'all losing y'all mother effing minds. Says that you the type that would have been quiet in school trying to fit in. I know your type. Get into that. Said that you still have no clue who you are or who you are. Child. Says that I know that you went nights without washing your musty face. How you know, girl? What you know she doing in her house? How you know somebody went nights without washing their musty? How your face be musty? Anybody face ever been musty? That's a read right there. I'm sorry. You cleared right there, Nikki. You cleared. Let me give you your shit, okay? You cleared right there. Say the bitch, how you remember exactly where every freckle go? So Nikki was saying that SZA is guilty for out here putting fake freckles on. Y'all know how you get your little eyeliner pencil, child, and be in here doing this shit here trying. Because y'all know freckle, they said freckles are in. So they said she been out here putting fake freckles and shit on her face. On her musty face, according to Nikki. I said, oh, girl. Says that hashtag justice for Demori, Desiree Perez. We want to discuss your daughter's lawsuit. And did you do a deposition, girl? A deposition? Oh, okay. So that's what Nikki had to say. Child, she up and read SZA down. SZA, we need child. Now, SZA, you show the receipts, but you supposed to come back with a clap back, girl. Okay, show the receipts and then clap back at a bitch. Because Nikki got a real slick mouth, it seems. Okay. She got a real slick mouth. But don't go over there trying to fight her because her husband is still like on parole. And yeah, he will. He'll get the goons on you. Nikki probably ain't gonna fight you, but her husband, okay, with his pedo ass, he will. Okay, what y'all think about that? So it gives that sense now. SZA has put the receipts out there showing that Nikki was being fake as hell behind the scenes asking for a collaboration. And when SZA said no, and she showed the receipts because we saw it right there, Nikki sent the music right on over. So now that SZA aired her ass out with that, so here come Nikki now trying to challenge how famous and who knows her overseas. That girl is well known overseas. Like, stop it, Nikki. She's got #1 hits. Like, she is doing very well. Okay. Again, I haven't seen you in any award shows, and if you were there, you were in the audience to applaud her when she got hers. Let's move on. All right. Yeah, you were there, but you was clapping when they called SZA to go on stage, not you. Get into that. All right, so girl, the girls be trying it, don't they? Ooh, the girls be trying it. Child. All right, so we got to rest in peace to get in. We got to rest in peace to get in, Lord. Gospel period 2. Shout out to y'all, Lord. Eddie Levert's daughter, Ryan Levert, honey, has been unalive, Lord. Well, not unalive. She passed away, okay? She had lupus. She passed away with lupus, okay? Lord. Let's get into that. All right. Let's get into that. She's a beautiful girl, too. Beautiful girl. I hope she had them singing chops like her family child, because y'all know all the Leverts, honey, they be singing over there. All right, the brother, I think the mama sang too. I said, Lord. So it says that just the thought of losing one child is heartbreaking. Now, y'all know they lost Eddie Levert too, her father. Eddie Levert, he's gone too, okay? Gerald Levert is gone too. The daddy's still ticking, honey, with that young wife he got. The daddy is still over there ticking. And his son, 2 sons are gone, and now his granddaughter. All right, so I said that just the thought of losing one child is heartbreaking. Says I could never imagine losing 3. Praying for and extending our deepest condolences this morning to Eddie Levert and his family. All right, so they're saying that Ryan Levert, okay, which is Eddie Levert's daughter, passed away after her battle with lupus. All right, it says that this is the third child that Eddie Levert has lost. Oh wow, I did not know that. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that? I did not know that Eddie Levert. Damn, y'all, this shit is horrible. Yeah, it is the 3rd child. It would be the 3rd child. Damn. Okay. But yeah, wow. So rest in peace to Ryan Levert. That's so sad. She's a beautiful girl. Beautiful girl. Well, was a beautiful girl because she's no longer here. Damn, I hate that. I hate that. And Daddy's still here. Daddy is still here, and he's still touring. Okay, Daddy is still here and touring, and I want to say good health because baby, he getting around. Okay, yeah, child, and it'll never be another Jared or Eddie Levert. All right, just the whole group Levert. Damn. Okay. Oh my God. So we are sad to announce that today. Prayers up, prayers up. For those of you that did not get to watch the funeral for What's the lady from the Mississippi Mass Choir? Shout out to Chef Don for sending it to me, because baby, when I tell you everything that I got going on, trying to make sure I got everything handled, because I'm gonna be out of town here for a little bit for vacation. Baby, just Chef Don, thank you for sending that to me. He sent the link and I posted it in my Caramel Rail show over on Facebook so that you guys could watch it as well. For the little bit that I did get to see on yesterday, it was really good. The show, not the show, but the funeral was very good. It was very uplifting. Baby, they were singing. When y'all hear me, they had church up in there. I was like, I ain't even got to go to Bedside Baptist Sunday, girl, because they done had church in here at this lady funeral, honey. Okay. Yeah, so y'all remember the lady, honey, that's saying they got the word and all that over there with the Mississippi Mass Choir. They had her funeral yesterday, and I told you guys it was going to be via live stream, and you had to go on. I gave you guys the link and all that. I posted the link on my Facebook Facebook and on my Instagram as well. I think I posted it also on my TikTok, so that everyone that followed me, you guys could go over, and hopefully you guys caught a glimpse of some of it. It was beautiful. The Mississippi Mass Choir was up in there deep, honey, and baby, they were singing. They had this older lady that was singing. I was like, okay, mama, you could tell she used to have a real strong voice back in the day, and baby, she was still hitting them runs. She might have been a good 80-something years old, but baby, she got up there and turned that thing out. I was like, Lord, I done got resaved in here at this funeral, watching this damn funeral, Lord. So I got resaved, y'all, yesterday, watching that funeral, okay, from the lady from Mississippi Mass Choir. It was real good. So shout out to Chef Don for sending me that. All right, because I damn sure forgot. I ain't go. I'm over here trying to remind y'all, and my ass forgot. So thank you, Chef. All right, thank you for that. Child. They had me being there ready to go shouting, child. I was ready to jump up, go in there and put my heels on to go in there and shout down the hallway, baby, when I was watching that. Because I said, baby, that remind me of church back home. How they be getting down in there, child. They were having a good old time in there. They sent her off well, honey. So we know she is up there, baby, at them pearly gates with her robe on, girl. Okay, baby, I got resaved yesterday. Y'all better leave me alone and him. All right, leave me alone, honey. I'm going to heaven anyway. Yes, I am. All right, stop hating, because we going up there. Yes, we will. After that service yesterday. Oh, we going up yonder, honey. We is going up yonder after that service. All right, so Bill Cosby, child. Bill Cosby got some health issues, y'all. Now, y'all know he's 197 years old in here. All right, Bill Cosby, honey, they said that it seems to be very healthy as he approaches his 88th birthday, despite being completely blind, child. They say he can't see. He's out here on his Stevie Wonder. Do you really ribbon in the sky for our love? He's on that, child. All right, he is on his Stevie Wonder. He can't see, child. They say he completely blind. Thank the Lord. So he can't be putting nothing else in nobody's drink. Child, let me put my hand over my drink while we talking about him so he don't reach through the screen and sprinkle some shit in my cup. All right? Woo. Lord have mercy. But let's get into it. Baby, yeah, it's not the kidney heels, girl. You're going to shout in your kidney heels. You're going to tear them heels up. All right? You're going to tear them heels up in there trying to shout in kidney heels. Yes, you will. All right, so now they said it, 88 years old, child. He is celebrating. Bill Cosby is celebrating 88 years old. Y'all know he just got out the penitentiary not too long ago for out here sprinkling and being inappropriate with them Becky's out there. All right. It was one that looked like a dude. Dude looked like a lady, took his ass to court and won a whole heap of his money out here. So now he is saying he legally blind. Bitch, I wouldn't be able to see either if I had to pay out that much money. If I had to count out that much money out of my account at 88 years old, bitch, I wouldn't be able to see either. But anywho and anyway, let's get into this topic right quick. Baby. All right, so it said Bill Cosby will be celebrating his 88th birthday tomorrow on the 12th. Well, that ain't tomorrow. But it says an insider says that his health is kind of holding up surprisingly well, despite him not being able to see, child. Now, despite him still completely being blind, all right, because he saw pretty good when he was going to court, though. So did this just happen? Did something just come over him? I don't know. Said a close source told the Post that Cosby is overall healthy. Okay. Noting that he's only dealing with normal elderly issues and a few past heart concerns. Baby, I know his heart is tore up after that jail time and having to pay that dude lady. All right. That shim, that he her, that bruh sis. All that damn money. Said that the former TV star reportedly underwent 2 life-saving surgeries, honey, in 2019 to clear blocked arteries while serving time in the penitentiary. I like to say penitentiary because it sounds a little more real, okay? Now, it said that Cosby was convicted in 2018 for the 2004 drugging girl, though. The druggianos in the cup. And assaulting of Andrea Constant. That's the one that looked like a man. Okay? When they called her in court, she walked in there like this. Okay, any bitch to walk in the court like this, they about to get all your motherfucking money. Believe that. All right. Yes, Lord. So they says, but his conviction was overturned in 2021 after serving more than 2 years behind bars. All right. Yeah, that bitch walked in there like this. And she had them tight curls like Richard Simmons. Y'all remember Richard Simmons back in the day? Okay. Child, I said, oh, you messing with her? And I went and looked at older pictures. I was like, she been ugly all her life, Bill. You must have picked up the wrong cup when you was sprinkling over there. Like you trying to drug her up and you picked up the wrong damn cup and got to sipping. To be over there dating her. Damn, you should have stayed home with Camille. Anyway, now they said that these days, child, the 87-year-old is said to lean heavily on his wife of 61 years. You better stay with her ass. Because Camille said, bitch, you can have the man, but you won't touch this motherfucking wallet. All right. So they said that the insider added that while the couple used to throw lavish gatherings to celebrate his birthday, those days are mostly behind them, pointing to the loss of longtime friends like Sidney Poitier and Quincy Jones. Okay, because y'all know they have gone on up yonder, honey. Along with aging and financial strain, because he had to pay a lot of hoes out, child. A lot of Becky's got in line after their cups got sprinkled. All right, and all this around him. Okay, so he had to go to court. From ongoing legal battles. Now, they said that still the insider noted that Cosby continues, child, to keep his spirits high. Not the women, girl. Not the women. He keeping the spirits high, not the women. And reportedly keep cracking, not that kind of crack, girl, jokes, okay, from his living room though he no longer is on stage, okay, so he is not touring and doing none of that no more. So he's trying to be on the up and up. Y'all know when people get older, child, they want to get saved because they know they about out of here. So I think Bill done probably got saved since that jail stint. All right, maybe he said, I'm staying home with Camille. I ain't want no more of them narcotics, child, like Ike Turner said, honey. I ain't on them narcotics no more. I'm staying home with Camille. I ain't about to be doing none of that shit. I don't even make no drink, okay? When company come, Bill don't get to make no drinks, okay? He can't do it anyway, because by the time he brings shit into the living room, ain't gonna be shit in the cup, because he can't see. He gonna be bumped into every fucking wall from the kitchen. All right, but anyway, so it's gonna be it's gonna be a trail of drink from the damn kitchen to the living room, okay? So if y'all go to Bill Cosby house, don't let Bill make your drink, baby, because you might have to spend the night. Okay. All right. So thank you, Jasmine Brand, for that update on Bill Cosby. All right. Ooh, child, you can't fix me no drink, Bill. You damn sure can't. Because, bitch, if I see some white shit floating on top of my drink, we going to abort mission. Because you ain't about to have me in the horse piddle. No, you won't. All right. Because I'm going to call 911 before I come to your house, baby. Let them know. Sit outside. And if you don't see me come out in the next 30, 45 minutes, y'all better come on in here because he done put some shit in my cup. Period. All right. Let's move on, child. For those of you out here trying to get your bodies right and trying to be outside and have a hot girl summer, please be careful. Y'all out here trying to get snatched up, get your body snatched. They said too much of that Spanish fly got him black. Girl, not that Spanish fly girl. Bill had more legs, child, behind the headboard, girl, than a female penitentiary, Lord. All right, let's get into it. So this woman, child, went abroad. Okay, let's get serious because this is a serious situation. All right, for those of you getting plastic surgery, let's get into this. This woman went abroad for her body to be snatched, and she woke up without a kidney, y'all. Let's look at this shit because I said, I know you lying. This says that here's why you should not leave the U.S. for surgeries. Y'all hear this? They say it's cheaper to go places like the DR and other places outside the U.S. to get certain like tummy tucks, BBLs, all these things. So while you're out, when they be giving you anesthesia and your ass be knocked out, child, you thought you going in there to get your ass pumped up. They done cut up in here in your stomach. They done took your damn kidneys and shit out. And you wake up, your ass be big, but you can't go pee. That don't go together, right? Let's find out why. All right, so this particular woman here went for a BBL and woke up missing a kidney. This is scary. They says that this is not a rumor. This is not a joke. They said it's happening. They said if you still thinking about going abroad to save money, check this out. All right. So I always like to give you guys some awareness. We're going to read into this shit because I said, baby, I ain't getting shit done outside the U.S. If I'm getting any type of surgery, it's going to be right here because I need to know who I need to sue. Juan and all them over there over the water, them motherfuckers can't speak English anyway. So I'm trying to cuss them out. They ain't going to understand me if some shit go wrong. I need a bitch to understand me if something go wrong. All right. All right. So Dominican Republic, they said real case number one, Dominican Republic, a woman paid $3,500 for a BBL and tummy tuck. Now, usually for a tummy tuck alone, that's about $3,500 up to the $5,000 range. So you're getting two procedures for the price of one. $3,500. That didn't sound a little suspect to you? Anybody? Okay. So a young woman paid $3,500 for a BBL and a tummy tuck. Says that she came home feeling weak. Her doctors ran scans. Only one kidney left. So when they looked in there, of course, you got two. She came back home with one kidney. Now, a lot of these other countries, okay, and I've been reading up on this as well, for the Americans and women that go over there getting surgeries done, you do wake up with body parts missing, okay? You really do. You come back home and you feel sick and you don't know why. That's why, okay? Says, and guess what? Says that no one told her that it was removed. So you took my kidney without my consent, all right? Because they sell organs and they also transplant them in other people as well. So people do steal body parts, okay? It says the organ trafficking is real. Y'all hear this? Organ trafficking, that's what they call it. So they're saying, think twice if you want surgery done in the DR. Y'all hear that? Organ trafficking, not just children, not just women, not just boys and girls, not just females, not just humans. Y'all know we know about human trafficking, but organ trafficking. Okay, real. That's some real shit. Let's continue. All right. Case number 2. Turkey clinics. Multiple UK patients flew to, Istanbul for simple procedures. Now this says after returning home, some ended up hospitalized only to find a kidney missing. Here we go again. The clinics had no licenses, no oversights, just pop-up operations, okay? And they're saying you're actually playing with your life when you do that. You don't know if all of these clinics and places that you're flying to overseas, if they are cleared to do said surgeries, if they have sanitation and out, if they're sanitizing things, you don't know, because they don't have the same rules and regulations as they would here in the US, okay, in terms of doing these operations. So make sure you're being careful and do extensive homework on whoever's doing your surgery. Know who the doctor is. Find out how many fatalities he's had during said surgeries. Any surgery, it don't matter whether it's minor or major, okay? Case number 3, it says a UK mom, Cadell Brown, said that she booked a BBL, tummy tuck, and breast augmentation in Turkey. Okay. I know some reality stars that did it as well went to Turkey. I want to say it was what's the child name? Spice. I think Spice went somewhere like Turkey. She almost died too. Y'all remember? She sure did. Said that she never made it home. So she passed away there. She had 3 procedures: tummy tuck, breast augmentation, and a BBL. BBLs, they're saying, is one of the most dangerous procedures that you can get anyway. Okay. You read up on that, ladies. For those of you who want to get a big butt, I keep telling you, squats. That'll help your butt get plumped up. Okay. Do squats. Work out. Do it the natural way. Okay. Eat a little bit and use that to muscle tone. Squats. Tell your man to get back there. All right, your man being back there will help your booty grow. I know, because I got a nice one over here. We got a nice little rack over here. All right, and I don't care what nobody say. All right, it says that she never made it home, that her body was returned to her family, missing her brain, lungs, heart, and motherfucking intestines. So she died on the table. And her family had received her body with her brain, lungs, heart, and intestines missing. Organ trafficking. Y'all hear this shit? Now, her sister says that they shoved a refund envelope in her hand and sent her back on a plane. Y'all hear this shit? Y'all hear this shit? So they sent her body back to her family with a refund envelope in her hand. Ain't that some shit, y'all? This is some scary-ish. All right, let's get into the next one. Real case number 4. Shakari Terry from Indiana, a mom of twins, 31 years old, went to the DR for a BBL and tummy tuck. She felt sick post-op. The clinic said, just go rest, girl. All right. This happens all the time. Just go in there and lay down and you'll be all right. Okay. Now they said that she died hours later. So she was telling them that something was wrong, something didn't feel right. They told her, child, just go in there and lay down. You'll be all right. And hours after she laid down to go and rest, as they instructed her to do, she died. They said that there were no answers, no accountability, and no help. Okay? These are real cases. All right, they said if it's cheap, these are things you need to look for. If it's cheap, there's a reason that said procedures are cheap, because you should not be able to get a BBL, as I told you guys, BBL, breast augmentation, and tummy tuck for $3,500. Go look it up. And I've not had any of those things done. I've not had any of those things done. I told you, a tummy tuck alone gonna run you about $3,500 to $5,000. BBL gonna be about $3,500 alone. Breast augmentation, it's gonna set you back a few thousands. So if you're getting all three of those done for $3,500, you should ask, why is it so cheap? Why is it so cheap? Hold on a second, guys. Hey, can I call you back? I'm live, okay? Okay. All right. Let me call you right back. I'm live. All right. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so let's get back into it. They said if it's cheap, there's a reason. All right. If you're asleep under general anesthesia, you'll never know who touched you. You don't know who's doing the surgeries unless you're like this lady. Y'all remember I covered this story where this lady had some type of surgery and she hid some type of hidden camera in her weave, her hair. And she could hear where the doctor was saying some real nasty things about her, like, oh, she's, talking about her body, saying some real negative things about her, very disparaging things about her. And she caught it all on her hidden camera, like a real small hidden camera she hid in her hair. So while she was under anesthesia, the doctor was being videoed. Okay, several doctors in the room, but she heard her doctor saying things about her, and she saw how they were kind of like yanking on her and stuff. So she had all of that on video and was able to go back and sue them. Ain't that some shit? Let's continue. All right, so they said if you're asleep under general anesthesia, you will never know who touched you. Now, I said that there is no one to call when things go wrong. All right, it says, and if something happens, good luck finding justice in a country that you don't live in. So those are things that you got to think about going outside of the country. Okay, it costs money. You got to fly back over there. You got to get an attorney. That's gonna cost money. Okay, you probably don't even speak the language, so who do you know to talk to? And it's a lot. It's a lot. So just save your money and just get it done in the U.S. Yes, it's gonna cost you a little bit more, but at least you're gonna be able to, find a doctor that speaks English, and you're here with your family. Okay, and you probably have a little bit better off because, like I said, rules and regulations are different from outside of the country versus here. All right, so this says at goals. Hold on. Okay, so it says when you're awake, it says under local anesthesia, says when you're alert, said that you meet your real surgeon rather, they said that you're supported after full aftercare, lymph drainage, ozone, phages, and more. Said it's safe to be safe, check on U.S. license, inspected, and accountable. Okay, said empowered, no mystery, no ghost surgeons. Okay, don't risk your body for a bargain. It said that one wrong decision and you don't wake up snatched. All right. So these are things that you have to think about. All right. So they said DM to book a real consultation and tag a friend thinking about going abroad, and because it could ultimately save their lives. All right. But this woman here did not make it back. This woman did not make it back when she went over to, let me get back to the top, to Dominican Republic to get several things done. Okay. Several things done. BBL and tummy tuck for $3,500, and this woman did not make it back. Okay, and she did not have her kidneys because they stole them while she was under anesthesia. So definitely be careful for anybody that's trying to get some work done. Okay, y'all got Dr. Curves here in Atlanta. If you're in Atlanta, Dr. Curves, look in your area and do your homework on these doctors, honey. Okay, do your homework on these doctors, because baby, I want everybody to make it out alive. Okay, we got a few more topics. What time is it? All right, we got a few more topics. I got to spin the block. On this because we talked about a little 7-year-old that was snatched. We got some updates on that because the father has now spoken out. So we got to look at what he had to say. The mother has since been arrested. The uncle has been arrested as well. All right. For those of you that don't know about this trial, or this case, rather not trial, but this case, if your spaceship just landed last night, let me go ahead and catch you up. The mother of a 7-year-old Milwaukee boy, Jamal White, arrested days after he's rescued. Plus his father explains why he ran inside the home during abduction at Pow Pow Point. Okay. I told you guys yesterday in the video, which I will not show. You can go and look at it on Hollywood Unlocked. Shout out at your leisure. Okay. The father actually ran inside the house, leaving the son to fend for himself, which I thought was very weird. As a father, you grab your child and your child should go in the house, then you go. All right. But then again, let's get into what it said. The mother has been arrested as well. Let's go. So the mother of 7-year-old Milwaukee boy Jamal White has been arrested with charges pending just days after her son was abducted at Pow Pow Point and rescued 24 hours later. Now, the boy's father, Jamal White Sr., is also explaining why he left his son during the abduction. Now, as previously reported and shared, Jamal White was abducted on July 11th, rescued on July 12th, and placed in Child Protective Services custody. Now, yesterday, a video was shown, footage showing moments Jamal's father, Jamal Sr., ran into the home as armed men chased them and ultimately captured the boy. Now, he is now speaking out, explaining why he ditched his son. There should not be an explanation. There should not be an explanation. If somebody breaks into my home or comes on my property and my son is outside and I'm outside, I'm going to make sure he gets in first. If they take me out, oh well, at least my child is safe. That's my mentality. Save child. If they take my life, okay, but my son is safe. That's how I see it. A bitch that run in the house and leave their child outside in harm's way, that's not a great parent. And that's for anybody in my chat. If anybody's doing that shit, shame on you. Okay? Shame on you. All right. Said we also shared that the boy's uncle, Jamal Sr., brother, Jamel White, was arrested for firing several pow-pows at the slow-moving car a day after the boy was abducted, and further reported the arrest of Corey Williams in connection to the abduction. It says, and now we are learning that on Tuesday, July 15th, which is this week, Jamal White's mother, Siobhan Williams, was arrested and charges are pending. She was now given a $10,000 bond. She was just given this bond because when they arrested her initially, she did not have one. So let's get into that. We got some screenshots we want to look at. Shout out again to Hollywood Unlocked. Okay. This is the mother, Siobhan Williams. She was on a hold, as you guys can see. Charges pending. She does have a bail fine amount, as you guys can see, $10,000. All right. Baby, you look rough, honey. Child, you look, I don't know what you're going through, honey, but child. So they said Jamal White's mother arrested with pending charges days after his rescue. This seems weird, all right? In the Wisconsin Department of Corrections. That's where she is currently being housed. Let's continue. Corey Williams, okay. Corey Williams is arrested. Charges are pending with a $75,000 bond. All right. Man arrested with pending charges in connection to Jamal White's abduction. Okay. So he was involved in, said this is the uncle, I think, Jamel White. Yep. Jamel White. Golly, bro, you got all the charges. Okay. He is under a, what is that? $20,000. Yeah. $200,000. But like, $200,000 bond. Okay, so first degree reckless endangerment, use of dangerous weapon, which is a felony. He did not, doesn't look like felons are supposed to have weapons anyway. So yeah, you're gonna go to jail for a while for that. So first degree reckless endangerment, and use of dangerous weapon. Okay, because y'all know he's the one that pow, then he threw the pow in the backyard. So Jamal White's uncle, Jamel White, arrested after firing pows at slow moving car, the day after the abduction. Okay. All right, so let's get into what the father had to say. All right. So, because people are questioning the fact that, like, nigga, you're not a good father. Same shit I just said. So he probably talking to me, and we don't give no fucks because you are a horrible father if you ran in to take cover and you see a masked powman and your child is still outside and you run inside. That's a punk move. So it said that y'all filed ASL painting them crazy ass narratives. Even the police treated me like I'm the bad guy. As long as my baby's straight, all that ever mattered. I still ain't seen my baby's face to face. To police, he ain't put no commas, nothing, child. I'm just reading how he put it. Locked me all day Saturday, questioning me even when I told them everything that I knew. Says it all while my baby was still missing free top. Said that I don't know nobody, none, but my baby Jay. Child, he's speaking street lingo. That shit is horrible. You need to go back to school, sir. All right. So that's the still image. Okay. It says the hell yeah, I ran. This is what the dad is saying. It says, hell yeah, I ran. And I'm thinking that they trying to rob me and not take my damn baby. He said that y'all slow, said that we both alive and my baby tried to get away like I taught him. Said that God had us the whole time. Obviously, I did right and my baby is safe. No, you did not do right because your baby should have been in the house before you. You went in And mind you, his baby is fast on the feet, baby. Because I saw the video. Baby got some, he need to be in the NFL or something, because baby is fast on the feet. When I tell y'all he shot across there like, boom, I was like, damn, all right. So now he's trying to say, hey, me and my baby fine. So I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. I taught him that in an event that this happens, that he's supposed to, take off running. Okay, so I said the F all y'all, and bro feet are free my brother. Said that y'all ninjas are wrong. All right. So he's telling people to shut the F up. He goes on to say that us surviving not enough, huh? Said that y'all wanted the dad to be unalive. Said that, huh? Hell no, the daddy still got to see his baby. So he's arguing with people. So it says that this person says to the dad, said that you would never endanger any real unalivers would have smoked you running in the door. Says stop it. Says that they want to babysit your kids. Said the fuck they want to babysit your kids for when they have you right there. That right there, okay? Because everybody was saying that this whole thing was a whole setup. This was some street happenings going on behind the scene, that some money was owed. So now what the dad is trying to make it seem like is, oh, me and my son are safe, da-da-da-da, and I was trying to get in the house, and da-da-da, nothing was going on, and y'all tripping, y'all. He's trying to turn it around and be the victim now, when that's totally not what it is. I feel like everybody involved in this situation knows more than what they were saying, all right? So this person here says that folks, I don't care what you thought, said that you a man before anything and a father before that, said that you never leave your son, especially not in danger, said that little boy needed you to stand tall, not sprint. Thank you, because he peon. Black people, we know what peon mean. That means you out of there. He was on the peon, bitch. I said that that's your seed, your responsibility, your life. Says that I know adrenaline be wild, but this ain't something that you spend to make it sound like you made the right call. And that said that you blessed that he's safe, and I'm glad that he got heart like you and taught him, but don't play it off like running was solid. Says it own that ish and learn from it. Says the next time might not come with a second chance. All of that, okay? Said that it ain't about playing hero. It's about standing 10 toes when your seed is in danger. Said that you could have lost him forever. And all that I thought they was trying to rob me talk sound weak as a son of a bitch. Said that when the video clearly shows your son got snatched while you dipped. All of that, okay? Come on. Says that be real with yourself, and that little ninja did what you should have did. Said salute to you, little bro. Sent to the little boy. Said that he the real one in this, okay? I agree. Go back and look at the video, and everything this person here just said was all true. All right. Says that so the father responds by saying that he is. Said that would you had money for my funeral and therapy for my son? This nigga still fighting. Why are you still windmilling when everything he just told you was absolutely true? All right. Says the boy, even if they robbing me, I ain't leaving my little one. F that. Okay. I know that, right? So the father then says to let your kid be on the live then. You be more gangster. He fighting with people in the comments. He still don't get it. All right. So this person then says to the father, says, how do y'all know that he's okay though? And he is with CPS. This is traumatizing AF, meaning ass up. All right. So the dad then responds to Rebecca Miller by saying that, yes, he is safe. You see, I didn't make a post say anything until I knew. F social media. This is real life. All right. So the father then says, first I set it up, then my neighbor kidnapped my son. Now I'm wrong for leaving my son. Said I know I effed up. Y'all ain't got to tell me that my son good, though. Said that y'all wanted to paint every picture of me to be the bad guy. Said that I can't win with y'all, but I won with my kid. Remember, this is the internet. All right. So dad's still fighting, child. Dad done dropped down here and also said that, hell yeah, I ran. I'm thinking that they trying to rob. Okay, so we saw that already. Let's continue. I'm trying to get all of what dad had to say. This person, Zahara, says that locked in a police room all Saturday while his boy was still missing. Said that Jamal D. White Sr. shared a raw pain online saying that he was treated like a criminal, though he gave everything that he knew. Said that his son, 7-year-old Jamal White Jr., was taken at Pow Pow Point Friday by a masked man and shoved into a white Jeep right outside their home. Hours later, officers stormed a house on North 39th Street where they found the child safe beside 25-year-old Corey Williams. Said that who was held for probation issues. Said that 2 other men, both 27, were picked up from the scene of the abduction said that for more details, read here. All right, so that's just giving a update on that. So that's the father, that's 7-year-old Jamal. That's the mother, all of which have been arrested and are in custody right now, awaiting bail/bond. All right. Y'all already know about that. We're not going to look at that. I'm just making sure we are getting all of that. You guys can go on over to Hollywood Unlocked. All right. Shout out to them again. And look at that at your leisure. All right. Y'all can look at the video, the video, great videos. I got good video surveillance of that. So go look at that and check that out if you want. All right. Moving on though. Essence and Black Culture talks about a man who was sentenced to 400 years for a crime that he did not commit. Now we have a lot of men, black men, our black men, a lot of them are sitting in prison today for something they did not do. All right, let's get into it. 400 years is excessively. Like, who is living that long? That's like in the Bible days, honey. They lived that long back then. Ain't nobody living 400 years. That's like, bitch, if you do come back, you still got more time to serve. That is excessive. All right. So sentenced to 400 years for a crime he did not commit. Cindy Holmes lost 34 years of his life behind bars to a wrongful conviction. Now he'll receive $1.7 million in compensation. Now, put in the chat, and I know y'all about to go off, put in the chat if $1.7 million is compensation for losing 34 years of your life for a crime you did not commit. Put it in the chat. Put a 1 if 1.7 million is enough money to compensate you for 34 years that you lost of your life for a crime you did not commit. Put a 2 if it's a hell no for you. Put a 3 if you want to fuck this shit. All right. Oh, I would be mad. That's not enough money. For every year that I spend in that bitch, I need $1 million. He should be looking at 34.7 million right now. For every year he spent in prison, $1 million should be put on that year. Period. All right, Cindy Holmes, a man from Broward County, Florida, was wrongfully convicted in 1989 at the age of 23 for armed robbery, okay, outside a Fort Lauderdale convenience store. Now, despite having no physical evidence of several alibis, said that he was sentenced to an astonishing 400 years in prison. No one believed his claims of innocence at the time. Now, they said that he ended up spending 34 years behind bars. In 2023, the Broward County State Attorney's Office took a hard look at his case through a conviction review unit and concluded that he had been wrongfully convicted. So it took y'all 34 years to get y'all asses up and go and look at this case again to see if this young man was guilty or really guilty of a crime that he did not commit. 34 years. Y'all ain't have shit else to do. So in 34 years, y'all was so busy, y'all didn't have time to look at this case again. Thankfully, he is out. Okay, but 34 years, that's something that you can never get back as time. And that is something that he lost of his life. 34 years of it, to be exact. Earlier this year, in May of 2025, the Florida legislature unanimously passed a special claims bill awarding him $1.7 million in compensation. Now, as part of that, they also offered to cover his tuition if he wants to go to college or pursue vocational training. He spent 34 years in prison. He went in at age 23. You think this motherfucker want to sit somewhere else? No, he want to be outside. He want to live his life. Now it's great for him to get education. Most prisoners now get education while they're locked up. They go ahead and do that so that whenever they get out, they have a better chance at finding employment and are living life without any, hang-ups. This shit is horrible. Prayers to this young man. The psychological damage that he will deal with for the rest of his life, 34 years in bars. There's no telling how many fights, how many times that security and everybody else on inside and harassed this man, probably beat him up in there. The nasty ass food. Okay. He could have been married and had him a nice little baddie over there. Like, he done lost all of that over some shit he did not do. Broward County, y'all need to do better, and y'all need to come up with some more money, because 1.7 million is not enough. What y'all think about that? That's not enough. Yeah, that's not enough. That's not enough. Okay, it's a nice start. If he manage it right, he can live off that for the rest of his life if that's what he chooses to do. But I feel like 1.7 should have been up a little bit more for 34 years, baby. That's a long time. All right, 1 year or 1 day is a long time when you need to do some shit to spend time in prison. All right, prayers to that young man, baby, because that's all right. So let's get into this piece of news right here that I found. Drea Michelle. Y'all see her on my thumbnail. Let's get into why she's on my thumbnail. All right. You guys know who Ime Udoka is. All right. Y'all know who Ime Udoka is. All right. He is a coach. He is a coach. All right. Now, he is the baby father, okay, of y'all know who. We cover her. But let's get into it. It gives, and it says here that Jalen Green's agent, okay, his agent leaked that that Rockets coach Ime Udoka has been messaging Jalen Green baby mama / girlfriend Drea Michelle. Drea is on some hoe shit, all right? Drea is on some hoe-ish. Why would you be texting Ime Udoka with his hoe ass? Because y'all know he messed up his relationship, okay? And he was with her for a long time, near long. He got a son with her, okay? Now, y'all know they gave him that nice coaching job over there with the Houston Rockets. Shout out to the Craig Smith. All right. Jalen Green's agent leaked that Houston Rockets coach Ime Udoka has been messaging Jalen Green's girlfriend, Drea Michelle, which has caused an issue between the two. Now, they're saying that Ime Udoka been giving Jalen Green hell on the court in terms of his coaching. Like, he's been giving him hell. And the reason for that is because he's been messing with and or inappropriately texting, and Drea Michelle been engaging in inappropriate conversations, probably some other things, with Ime Udoka, which is Jalen Green's coach. What the hell? Now, it's not good that you already done messed up your situation with Nia Long, because she came forward to say she didn't even know the nigga was cheating on her with a redheaded Becky until she saw it on social media. He had been doing it for years. That's who this nigga is. Now, everybody and their mama know that Jalen Green and Drea Michelle was in a relationship and she just had a baby by him. So why, if you are his coach, would you be texting Drea Michelle and having inappropriate interactions with her? I see you, Tam C. Let's put your, yes, honey. Yes. Udoka and Drea ain't ish. You already know. And then to retaliate against Jalen for messing with his girl, word on the curb is he been giving Jalen hell on the court, cussing him out and treating him like shit because he got called out for messing with Drea. And I called bullshit with Drea because Drea, let me tell you something, bitch. I feel like the only reason you got with Jalen is because of his money. Drea has a son the same age as Jalen Green. Drea's oldest son is 22 years old, same age as Jalen. So how does that shit work? She just had a baby who turned a year old, okay, by Jalen. The baby's name is Light. The baby's last name is Green. Light Green is the baby's name. Dear God. It gives grooming, if you will, with Drea. Drea like men with money. She only date ballers or people that's in the industry because that's how she make. I feel like this baby was a trap baby because Jalen is way too young, baby. You got a son the same age as Jalen. I feel like you were trying to secure the bag, okay? I feel like you were trying to secure the bag. So for you to be messing with his boss, inappropriately text, like how the fuck he get your number? Let's start there. How did Ime Udoka with his cheating lying ass? How did he get your phone number? First of all, knowing that is your boyfriend's coach. So while your man is on the court here with it, you somewhere on your back with Ime, allegedly. That is some, y'all. Let's get off this. Put in the comments what y'all think. Put in the comments what y'all think. That's some F nigga ish right there. Okay. That's some F nigga ish. All right, so let's get into our last and final topic. Let's get into the last topic. All right, so let me put this up on the screen, and then I'm going to play for you what this ninja had to say. Because, baby, okay, let's talk about this. As you guys know, Peter don't pay your taxes. Peter don't pay your taxes. Thomas, all right, sat down with Needy Leaks and did an interview. He had some very interesting things to say about Cynthia Bailey and them being married and how things kind of played out with them. Okay, let me pull it up. I'm not going to play the video there. I'm going to play the audio on my phone because we got to get around some shit. Okay, can't play it there. All right, so give me 1 second. so I can get it up for y'all. Okay. All right. So according to the girls are fighting, because they are fighting, girl. All right. So Peter Pumpkin Eater. All right, let's get into this. Peter talks about Cynthia. He talks about how they got married. He talks about his whole interaction with her and how all of this shit happened between him and Cynthia. I didn't like some of the things he said and how he said it. I think Peter should be focused on his time that he's getting ready to serve in the prison system for how he has not paid his taxes and how he treated his employees as well. And of course, y'all know his landlord is after. Everybody's after Peter. Okay, he's your usual not Nigerian but Jamaican scammer. All right, and let's get into it.
Gonna fuck you up. Everything that you first, you just gonna fuck you up. But when I got married to Cynthia, we got married on the show. I think that was the last shooting for the show, that 2009, right? And with the whole marriage certificate thing, I didn't know shit about it until we get the tape on the Thursday. Her sister, her mom, but 5 months later, when you get the tape, they say, "Oh shit, why y'all didn't tell me y'all did this?" Right. You know, and then I kind of felt the way about it because it was a secret. I thought I was working with them. Yeah. By making sure the check come in the household. But I felt like at that point it was working against me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of like, oh, that's kind of fucked up. Because, you know, my parents was involved in that wedding. And my people are traditional people. And they was insulted by it. Yeah. You know, so right after that episode came out, we was only married for 1 year. In my opinion, the marriage was over. Right. Because it was, you know, she was deceitful. Because she knew and she didn't tell me. Well, she didn't do it. She didn't do it. It doesn't matter. Your people did. Yeah, her mom and sister. You got to be accountable for that. Yeah. So. But she was definitely fussing at them about it, you know? Well, she fussed in silence because we live in the same house. She sleep in the same bed. Yeah, I don't think you were there when she was fussing with her. She never said it. We wake up. Yeah. I remember she probably was going to sleep with her and wake up with her, and you were talking to her when we went to sleep, and you were talking to her when I wake up. You talked to her more than I did back then. Yeah, we talked a lot. Yeah, exactly. Cynthia and I talked a lot. Remember we used to beef about that a lot? Yeah, y'all did. Yeah. But anyway, I felt like... It was all innocent. Yeah. Say that again? It was all innocent. We just really liked each other. I'm quite sure, yeah. I could see... I could see the reason why you guys became close. Right. You know what I'm saying? But at the same, it was genuine. I knew it to be genuine. But at the same time, after that incident happened, and her and I wasn't really on the best of terms. You know, like, you know, I got married to Cynthia, and what came along with her was Noel. Yeah. All right, and that was, I accepted that. Yeah. Okay. Our mother lived in Huntsville, Madison, Alabama, and we live in Atlanta, and we would go and visit them, and vice versa. The moment the show started taping, everybody wanted to be on TV. You said I have 7 sisters and 3 brothers. You have never met them. Yeah. Because they didn't. Yeah. I kept them out of that. Yeah. Right. You know, I kept my kids out of that. You know my kids, so I kept them out of that also. But no, those people are sister.
All right. So Peter is saying that
before you know it, I was
that's pretty much Cynthia. He married Cynthia, and that Cynthia was not being truthful with him about some things that was going on. Y'all remember when we saw their wedding on Real Housewives of Atlanta, where Cynthia's sister and mom hid the marriage license to prevent Cynthia from marrying Peter because they didn't want her to marry him because he was giving that he could not take care of her financially. I mean, the mother had to pay for the alcohol and for their open bar at their wedding because Cynthia didn't have no money. Didn't have any money. She had already made this huge loan to Peter that he hadn't paid her back until well after they got divorced. So for him to sit in interviews and talk about how she did him, like, what about how you did her? You don't pay anybody back, including her. She almost had to take you to court to order you to pay the money back that she loaned to you for bar 1. At which you've opened several bar 1s, and all of them have been shut down because you didn't pay your employees, you didn't pay your taxes, you had a whole lot of other things going on that was effed up with your businesses. You're not a great businessman, and you were not a great husband. So he was saying he has 7 siblings, and he was upset that Cynthia's family wanted to be on TV when they were having their wedding special for the show. He said none of my family was going to be on TV because I didn't need to exploit them in that way, but he felt that Cynthia's family only wanted to be around to be famous and be on the show. Okay. So he said that he stepped up to be like a second father for Noelle, which is Cynthia's daughter. And let's continue.
I've never met them.
Yeah.
Because
they didn't. Yeah.
I kept them out of that.
Yeah. Right.
I kept my kids out of that. You know my kids, so I kept them out of that also. But those people, her sister and her mom wanted to be on TV.
Yeah.
So before you know it, I wasn't living in a house with my wife and my stepdaughter anymore. I was living in my house with my stepmom and my sister-in-law and everybody, and the glam squad and the makeup artist and everybody that wanted to be around. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that all shit changed for me. I didn't sign on for that. So when all of that started happening, and you got to wake up to it and then go to sleep to it, and you can't walk in your own house in my boxer anymore because people are looking at me fucking crazy. Right. So all of that, I had more fun staying away from it than being in it.
So y'all hear what he had to say. He was upset. He said that once he married Cynthia, it was like he was married to the mom, the sister. Y'all know she has a sister, Mal. He was saying that at one point Mal moved because Mal was having some issues with her husband. So Mal and her daughter kind of moved in with Cynthia for a little bit until she got her footing and moved where she needed to move. So he was upset that the family moved in. Now I kind of feel him on that because I don't really like nobody staying with me either because I'm very particular. But that's her sister. If she told her sister and her daughter that they can come and stay, then I don't see what the problem is. But at the end of the day, I feel like Peter forgot who Cynthia is. Cynthia is a whole model. Of course, she's going to have a glam squad. If she's on the show, obviously she needs someone there to do her makeup and all these other things, stylists. All these people are going to be around her. I feel like you forgot who you married. And I feel like when you married her, that maybe you were maybe jealous of the clout and attention that she was getting, and you weren't getting any by being her husband. I feel like you tried to outshine her. I mean, let's not forget that even the same person that's sitting here interviewing you, which is Nene Leakes, had to tell you, Peter, stop being a damn bitch on Real Housewives of Atlanta because you were getting in all the women's business and trying to get more camera time. Did we all forget that? You really were doing the absolute most on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So you talking about, I didn't have my family on there. Maybe you didn't ask them to be on there, including your kids, because you don't want them to outshine you. Fool. Like, what is wrong with Peter? Now that, and it was, he did a whole nother interview that I watched where he was saying he and Cynthia were good, but then now you're sitting up with Nene, because he's real cool with Nene. And Nene is now supposed to be cool again with Cynthia because they had their little fallout as well. Now you're sitting up and you're talking kind of out the side of your neck about Cynthia, the person who loaned you money to kind of help you get along with your broke, busted, burnt ass was sitting up there messing up businesses left and right and attaching her name to them as well, making her look crazy. Where people are like, what the fuck is going on with Peter and Cynthia? No, it was Peter. It was Peter. Like, let's not forget where Cynthia was almost about to break down and cry on the show after the investment in Credit One, and you didn't even tell her the logistics of what you were doing with the business. You told her, don't worry about it. I'm handling this. Well, I'm going to worry about it if I'm footing the bill for the fucking business. So don't tell me stay out of something, but you only won't be in it when it's time for me to write the check. That's what it gave with Peter. So... And at the end of the day, why didn't you as the husband have money to put forth for the wedding while she had to run to her mom? And I know it's supposed to be on the daughter and the daughter's family to pay for that. But y'all wanted to have this lavish wedding downtown with all these damn dinosaurs and shit. Okay. Y'all wanted to have this for TV. And y'all didn't even have rings at your ceremony. They were that broke to where they didn't even have money to have rings. Did y'all know that? Cynthia and Peter didn't even have rings. If y'all go back and look at their wedding, okay, they did not even do the part where they exchanged rings because they didn't have rings. They didn't have no money for rings. They didn't have money for alcohol. A lot of things, the catering, the mother had to step up and I think they said she had to take a loan out in order to help Cynthia have this wedding for TV. If y'all were smart, you would have had Bravo pay for that shit. I would have said, if y'all want to see me get married, then y'all pay for it. They do it for other celebrities. Look at Candy. Candy had a whole wedding special. Cynthia, you've been a day one on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So why did you not talk to Andy Cohen and say, look, we having a little financial difficulty, but if y'all want to film my wedding, then let me and Peter have a wedding special, or put it on the show and pay us, or pay for our wedding. They do it all the time. They do it all the time. Sweet Tea and Dr. G, they had a wedding. They had a wedding on TV, and it was said that Bravo paid for it. So why are you sitting here begging and borrowing and sitting up in the dressing room crying because y'all ain't got this and y'all ain't got that, and family got to hide wedding certificates so that you don't marry this broke ass individual, embarrassing the hell out of yourself on national television? And the marriage didn't even last that long because Peter was a whole asshole, as he is right now. Like, why are you doing interviews about this woman? Do you not have anything else that you should be worried about, like back taxes, like upcoming prison time, like figuring out how you're going to pay your employees who've still not been paid for working hours and hours and hours at your businesses that have now all been shut down? Your landlord who is coming after you for 2 properties that you owe back rent that you've not paid. These are all things you should be talking about and are worried about. But you're sitting in interviews with pictures up about Cynthia, who you've not been with and don't even fool with, from my understanding. Cynthia then been in 2 relationships since then. This child have been married again, and here you go. Still talking about Cynthia. Weird. I would get a cease and desist on his ass and be like, bitch, you can do interviews, but don't even mention me. Like, are you doing interviews for money, for clout? Like, what is it? Did Nene pay you for this interview? Girl, I don't know. You guys can put in the chat what y'all think about this. This was some F nigga-ish right here. It was. It really was. Peter, you are a whole idiot. You are a whole idiot, and you acting like a whole bitch that Nene called you on the show. You are. But let's get on out of here, honey. I cannot believe Nia Long dated his ass either. I don't know what she saw in him. Now, he's been able to pull a lot of baddies. I think Peter has the gift of gab. I think he got that mouth action, okay? I think he can spit that shit to women and they like it. I think he can say certain things to women and talk about their draws. But in terms of him being a good man and a good husband and a good significant other, I don't think he got that. I think his ass stay broke. He don't know how to manage money. I couldn't deal with that shit anyway. But anywho and anyway, that's it, guys. That's our show for the day. I thank you guys for being here. Let's get on out of here. I will be seeing you guys for our midday pop-in. Thank you to all of my mods who work so diligently to keep the trolling down, okay? As you guys know, when y'all come to my channel, honey, don't be no mess. Y'all see no mess be popping off because my mods be on it, okay? Shout out to my mods, KBR, Bell Wilson, Tyra, Scorpion Miss, Truth TV Podcast, Rose Armstead, and Sweet Essence. Thank you all for doing an awesome job, all right? That's my mod squad. Thank y'all. To my content creators who stopped by, Schoolboy, thank you, Purple Unicorn, Simple Mom Family TV, Sunny Days, Astute Queen Bee, Chef Don was in the house today. Thanks for stopping by here, Chef. You guys check out all these content creators and go over and check them out and hit the like button, okay? Don't do them like you do me. Come over here and soak up all my information and my tea and commentary and sit on my likes, okay? Yeah, that's so fucking rude. I don't know who's doing it, but whoever is, yeah, okay? Yeah, so I think we got them all. Purple Unicorn, did I say Purple Unicorn? Yeah. All right, so yeah, shout out to all of you guys. Also, thank you. Yeah, honey, put that up because that's important. That's some real important news right there. Because it's coming up, girl. It's coming up. Yes, it is. Your girl is getting a little 1 year older, honey. We're gonna be 1 year older. But baby, we don't even look it, okay? We don't even look it. I feel good. I'm in the best health that I could ever be in. I take care of myself and I take care of my body. All right, we ain't got no wrinkles in our face and nowhere else, honey. We serving flat tummy and ass on fat. We doing it over here, okay? At our age. So people say what they want to, baby, but Caramel is doing the damn thing. So shout out to me and my birthday coming up. Okay, I can't wait because I'm turning all the way that way. So yes, thank you all. Okay, so we're doing a countdown for that. Corey ready to dance. Okay, so again, please don't forget to tap on that like button. Please do not forget to support the channel. Okay, if you guys know a friend and know a friend, bring them on over here to the Caramel Real Show. Tell them to subscribe. All right, let's get on out of here, honey. Bye.